Got it. Just want to make sure it's on before I start talking. All right, here it is. Let's get started. Okay, so I'm still waiting on the next two banks that I ordered to get here before I do any more how to activates. But I did want to take this call and go over a ton of information. First and foremost, Tuesday will be, in my opinion, the last update. I have not sent out the email yet, so don't say I didn't get the email because I haven't sent it. I will be sending it after this call. So the information that I want to go over today is not going to be about crypto. It's not going to be about who's in first, what's on second, and how's on third. It's not going to be about that. It's going to be about particulars. And I'm starting now because I know that the coming week or weeks, a lot of information is going to come out, namely the website that you've been waiting on. I've just not had the time, but I'm going to make time today. The things that I need to talk to you about are involving your participation with A Promise Delivered, Team Royal. Now, like I told the children or the kids, some people don't like the word kids because that's a baby goat. I've always called kids kids, but to be correct, I told the children today, and some of you were on there, a notebook is very powerful. And all of you are already in place to write down the information I'm going to ask. Some of you already have access to Microsoft Word, Notepad, something where you can copy and paste. Almost all of you know where I'm going with this. So let's start at the very beginning. Passwords. If you have devices, if you have accounts, if you have bill pay, and you have to log into their software or their whatever, their web page to access your bill so you can pay it, a lot of times it's a password in between you. Now, what I'm getting ready to talk about to you today is something that I did probably, I would say about 9, maybe 10 years ago. I started keeping all of my passwords in a notebook. All of them. For every email address that I created, for every back office, join this thing, join that thing. I put the name of the company, I put my username, whatever that was, and the password. This, thank you. Thank you, Bill. Bill was just holding his notebook up, showing me. This is something that is extremely required going forward. Why am I saying that? Because everything that you're going to participate with The Promise Delivered and Team Royal is going to be password protected. It's going to involve you creating an account with a username and a password multiple times. Can you use one password for everything? You can. I've done it. But as soon as you do that or choose to do that, you go online somewhere, and let's say you have everything you have on one password. Let's say you log into some crazy website somewhere, or somebody gets information or access to your phone, and they get into your password, and they get that one password. Now they have access to everything you have. Do not use one password for everything. Don't do it. Get into, and this was something I said a little bit, but I didn't go into it. Get into using passwords that look like addresses. Remember me talking about that? Your password should look like a wallet address. It can't be broken. No one's going to sit there long enough to create one of these passwords. The difference is you're going to take 25 characters and you're going to put a word in between the 25 characters. A word that you know. Could be your mom's name, could be your name spelled backwards, could be your pet's name, fur babies, but a very long uppercase, lowercase, numeric number with a word in between. Now, why am I talking about this crazy password? Because that password is going to protect some pretty heavy duty information, namely what's on here. What's in here? What's going on here? They're not going to have regular passwords. They're going to have unique, very difficult passwords. That's why you need a notebook. That's why you need Microsoft Word, so you can copy and paste it. Okay? So you're going to have two notebooks. You're going to have a paper one, and you're going to have an electronic digital one, so you can copy and paste your address. Once you've copied and pasted them, then you print it out, destroy the record that's online, destroy the record, and then take the printed one that you printed out and put it in your notebook. Because I do not want you to try to retype something that you make extremely difficult. Because 9 times out of 10, you're going to miss something. So create it on your computer or whatever. You can even create it on your phone and email it to yourself. But the more places you put it electronically, the more places it can be found. So if you go with Notepad if you have a Windows computer, they have Notepad. If it's Apple, I think it's called something. The Apple users will give that word when we go into Q&A. It's just like Notebook, but it's Apple. Microsoft Word, that's across the board. You type that information in and you can print it out. In that notebook, you're going to basically do the same thing I asked them to do. Put down the name of the device, change the name if it's something that has money in it to something you know. Okay, it could be Frog Lips, but only you know Frog Lips is your Cash App wallet. They're not going to know what Frog Lips is. Even if they do, try to almost figure it out, which they won't. A 32 character plus a word is extremely difficult to even try to find. Can it be done? Yeah, of course. They didn't think that someone could rob Fort Knox, but they did. So the notebook is going to cover information and carry information that you're going to put in there. You're responsible for it. I can't create these passwords for you, and I sure can't recover them for you unless you mail it to me. But I don't want that much responsibility. You get my point. You can mail it to someone else close to you or put a copy at someone else's home as long as they have a fireproof, waterproof safe. And if they don't, you can help them get one. I think that's product 11 or 10. Fireproof, waterproof safes. They're on step 10. Buy your own. Buy them one and put your information in it. But we're starting with this notebook. If you do not have one at this point, I can't teach you anything because you're doing it the way you want to do it. And it may not come out the same at the other end. I would like everybody on the same page, even the ones that don't know me from a can of paint. If everyone is following the same steps, doing the same thing, we all come out with the same result. You won't have to look for stuff. You won't have to say, what's the password to my? You won't have to do that. Just go to your notebook, go to the page, and get it. Some of us are getting up in age. Memory is the first thing to go after vision. Yeah, I can raise my hand too. I'm sure a lot of you can. So we definitely have to make sure we write stuff down. It's imperative. I've already started creating the videos for A Promise Delivered. I cannot create all of them because I have not seen the changes to the back office yet. I have not seen them, so I can't create the video until I see them and how they work. But I'm going to share a video with you all. This will be the first email I've sent in weeks. A lot of you remember the $20 thing that I was sharing. Well, it's no longer $20, it's free. Okay? But I want you to watch the video. I created that video. And you let me know if it explains the process enough for you to join. It's free. But I want you to watch the video, the quality of the video. If there's things that I need to change, let me know. But this is the first video that I created with this system. I planned on doing just a PowerPoint presentation with audio, where it goes from one page to the next page to the next page. But I think what I've created is easier to follow and less work. What you're about to watch or see later on took just under an hour. The PowerPoints take an hour per page to get it to flow right, for it to explain everything, one thing at a time. Hopefully it's not a whole lot to explain, but it's not 100% automated. We have to remember that. A Promise Delivered will be 100% automated once we can afford to pay a professional. Not that our person is not. You get my point. Custom software is very expensive. Even with him and his experience and the people he knows, they still want 130,000. That's just the programming. 130,000. So we will have it, and when that day gets here, A promise delivered will change one more time. It's going to go 100% automated. All you have to do is stay alive. But for this point and where we are right now, it's not. So it has to be explained. What I really, really, really need for everyone, even the people that don't know me, you may be watching this video, follow the steps exactly the way I put it in there. If you go off and say, well, I know how to do this, I'm gonna do it my way. You have that right to do that, but let me just tell you this. If you do something that's not in that description, audio, video, and the outcome is different, do not ask me. Do not call me. And I'll know by your questions if you didn't follow what I explained. Because I'm going to explain it step for step. All the way through. It is not going to take that long once they give me the keys for me to do what I need to do. But I have to do it. I have to make sure that everything is proper.
So we're looking at October, maybe September. It's okay. It's good.
All right. So follow those steps. The video is awesome that I can tell. I think it was a little fast at the tail end of it, but I can't adjust it. At least not yet. This was the first time using the software, so you let me know what you think about it. The notebook, I'm still on the notebook. I haven't moved away from this yet. Like I said, there's a lot of information I need to share. The notebook is going to be your record to make sure that what I have talked about, what we understand a promise delivered to be, what we understand these wallets to be. You know, these are devices that you're going to use on a regular basis, daily. Some of you, well, all of you, really. Something's going to happen every day. So you have to log into something every day. Case in point, having your passwords. So you could just refer to it real quick. Okay, I just need to log in, transfer. Okay, I need to transfer this to such and such address is what? Let me go to my addresses. That's this wallet. So I need to put this address in there. If you have the information at your fingertips, it's easier. Versus, Wednesday, Thursday morning, you got to do a transfer because you graduated to the next level or the next step. And now you have to do something with all these deposits. And you get in there and say, well, I'm going to move it to my Cash App. What's the address? How do I make a withdrawal? And the thing says, stick in your address. What address? Well, what's my Cash App address? Now you're sitting there for 20 minutes trying to figure out what it is. When you could have just simply went to your notebook, Cash App address, it's under Frog Lips. Go log into your Microsoft Word document, go to Frog Lips, you got your address, copy, paste, withdraw, done. Versus, what's my address? Or pick up the phone, Montavo, I can't remember my Cash App. What do I do? Click. That's what you're going to hear. Click. I'm not going to. Unless you have gone through something catastrophic and you can no longer see, you can no longer type, I'll help you. But as long as you can see the notes that you wrote down, as long as you can log into your Microsoft Word document that you're going to save on a jump drive, and you can copy and paste your address, that's your responsibility. I'm going to teach all of this stuff that I'm talking about. Some of you already know how to use a jump drive. Some of you don't. Some of you know how to create a Word document, save it to the jump drive. Some of you don't. I'm going to show you that. So there'll be no excuse when it comes time to log into Promise Deliver, click on withdraw. I need to withdraw this much to this address, this much to this address. You'll be able to do that in split seconds. Right? Yes. Because you're taking records. You're taking records. You're managing your money. One of the family members, and I'm going to pick on her, I won't say her name, said, I don't want to go back to work. I don't want a new job. I can't get around it. You have to have a new job. That's called managing money. You're managing money from grade 1, first grade, to the 12th grade. You've all seen the video. You've seen what's happening. You actually know what you're receiving. No secret now. You need to do something with each one of those grades. You're going to call me to figure out what to do? I'm going to hang up on you. Or if you leave a message with something on how to withdraw, I'm going to delete the message. I'm not even going to listen. Some of you think that's mean or I'm being mean. No. We've had ample time to ask all the questions on the planet. At the end of every call, I ask, is there any question? Dead silence, crickets. So you're going to get the same in return. If you ask a question about something I have gone over numerous times, when it counts, when it's $2,000 sitting there and you can't figure out how to put it in your wallet. You'll be like that lady that lost their password to her wallet with all that Bitcoin in it. And I found out what the number was. She had 150,000 Bitcoin. 150,000 of them. She lost the password. I'm curious. What would you do if you had 150,000 Bitcoin and you can't remember the address? I bet you she wished she was on our call and she followed these steps. I bet she wished that she had a jump drive with that same information where she gets this copy, paste, done. I think she since passed away because of the pure depression that she went into. But that's the power of managing information. Hold on one second. So meticulous record keeping requires you to be dedicated to it. Keeping your passwords in a book helps you manage those passwords. Usernames and passwords, if that's what it is, put it together. Put the device name or account name next to that. Number them, separate them. Okay? Wells Fargo has a username and a password to log on to the mobile app. If you've lost your password, you can't log into your bank. You got to go to the bank and talk to them. And a lot of times, if you don't have the proper information, they won't even let you in. You have to show a license. You have to do all this extra stuff. Everything is going digital. We already know this. So the better you keep records, the better off you are. All right, I'm gonna let that go. Notebook's done. Move on to the next subject. Next subject is, again, devices. I don't know which wallets you have or plan to get, but get your wallets together. Try to make sure you get decentralized wallets. Exodus, Trust Wallet, just to name a few. You can go into Google and put in decentralized wallets or YouTube. Get a couple of them. You need 3 or 4. Why do you need so many wallets, Mr. Lewis? Simple. Anything could happen. Fire. Grandbaby gets it and breaks it. You forget where you put it. Anything could happen. Get 3 or 4 or 5 wallets, or however many decentralized wallets you want. Get them. Get all the information off of these wallets. Put them in your notebook. Take the wallets. Practice with the wallet. Okay, whatever you can afford. I think the smallest amount you can move digitally is $20, because you're going to have fees, to get it there. Practice. Put your information somewhere on a document. Name the document, whatever you want to call it, Rosebuds. Pass. That's a reminder. Password. Somebody getting your information, Rosebuds pass, they won't even look at it. Practice putting that information on a document that you can copy and paste it. All right, paste it on there. Print it out. You got it. Move some money to one of your wallets. If you purchased, which you should have by now, or at least put one on order, a crypto debit card of some sort, that's going to require a little bit more because you're going to go shopping with it. Deposit something onto your cryptocurrency wallet or debit card, which you're going to need the address. You're going to move something on here. Then you're going to go to the store and get a bag of cashews. Put it on the counter. They're going to scan it, beep. Then you're going to take your card. You're going to pull it out of your wallet. You're going to put it on over the thing. It's going to go beep. You put it back in your wallet. Receipt comes out. They put your cashews in the bag. You go out the door. What did you just do? And this is what I need you to think. First, I moved some crypto. Even if you got to go buy it, whatever. Move it to your crypto debit card. The crypto debit card is going to do all the work in conversion, swapping it from Bitcoin to cash. That's what the card does. That's why it has the same stuff that you already use, the chip and the near field radio. You're going to have $20 or $50 of Bitcoin on here, but when you go to the store and put it over the thing, it's going to go beep. It's going to have whatever this costs. I think it was $3.49. $3.49 will be satisfied. You get a receipt. You walk out the door. You didn't have to say, I'm using crypto. I'm using my crypto debit card. I have Bitcoin on it. I should have enough on there. You don't have to say none of that. You don't do that with a regular bank card, unless you know you didn't deposit no money in it. But you don't have to explain why you're using it. Just go beep and go out the door. Practice using it. Whatever's left, you're going to move to your bank. So whatever bank you got, if you got the Tangem and you've gone through the video to set it up and it's active and ready to go, you get the address, the receive address off of here, and send it. $20 or whatever's left. Let's say it's, I don't know, $15. When you get to your back office, which requires a password, when you get to your back office and you look in your balance, you're going to see whatever was left. Let's say $8 worth of Bitcoin over here. Now you know that you started over here in the wallet, or started, if you have some crypto, great. If you have to go buy it, that's fine. Go buy some. You're going to start there. You're going to move it to your wallet. You're going to move some of it over to your crypto debit card. You're going to go to the store and buy some peanuts. Once you get your receipt, get your card back, go to the car with your peanuts, go to the house. You know you've just made a cryptocurrency purchase with your crypto debit card. So you know it works. Okay? The last step, whatever is left either on that card, you can go into your crypto debit card back office. It's going to have a back office just like all the rest of them. After your password, see where all this ties in. You're going to go in here. You're going to say, I'm going to send $15 to this address. You click send, boom, 15 jumps over here. You log into this back office. And you look under Bitcoin and you see 14, whatever. Could be 12. Who knows how much they're going to take. But you get my point. You're going to see the final balance make it here. So you have to practice using these devices, wallet or resources first, however you're getting it down, either to the wallet or to the phone. From there to the crypto debit card. It's on the floor. Crypto debit card. You're going to go buy something to practice using it. You're going to bring home the product that you just bought with cryptocurrency. And this is an accomplishment for a lot of us. When you make your first purchase using cryptocurrency, you have stepped over to the cryptocurrency world fully. Now you're buying things with it. Most of us has all been conversation. Oh, I'm gonna buy some Bitcoin. I'm gonna, this or that. This process is you actually purchasing something with it. And the last step, again, whatever bank you're using, you're going to move the balance to it. That's this is beyond huge. You see, this hasn't tapped into beautiful little brains yet. Some of you has, some it hasn't. When you make this move, this step right here, putting your finances through those steps, and it ends up here, you have completely decentralized yourself. You're no longer being controlled by other people with finances anyway. You're no longer being told that you can or can't have that car because your credit isn't strong enough. You're no longer being told when you need to make a withdrawal, oh, you can only get out $500 today. Come back tomorrow, you can get another 500. But I need 1,000 right now. I don't care. That's what the bank says to you. Unless you have an arrangement, you had to go ask permission to increase your withdrawal level. How do I know? Because I did it. I did it. I needed $1,000. You can only withdraw 500 per 24 hours with most banks. Unless you go in and say, well, Mr. Banker, can I please use more of my money that I put into your system? I need to up my withdrawal limit to 1,000. We'll review it. That's what I was told. How long have you had your account? Shouldn't matter. It's my money. So I thought. Please remember something. This is vital information. Whenever you deposit into a bank, you turn over ownership. You turn it over. Yes, they show you the digits in your account. Yes, you have an ATM card that you can purchase things with to a point. Yes, it's the funds that you put there, but they are in full control of it. If you are at the store and you are getting ready to purchase something with your debit card, and let's say that that purchase is $2,000, but they've only seen you do $150 for gas, $30 for food, 50 of this, and small purchases with your debit card, and all of a sudden you're doing a $2,000 card or $2,000 purchase. First thing you're going to hear is decline. Decline. Why is the purchase declined? Your institution wants to make sure it's you. Okay, so we fall for that trap. I'll call into the bank and see what's going on. Call into the bank. You say, I'm at the store and it says decline. We just wanted to make sure that someone didn't have your card and making fraudulent purchases, which is great. We call that security. What I call it is control of your money. If your system was as tight as it's supposed to be, there shouldn't be no one using my information. So you have to have a conversation to buy something. They'll either grant it or not. That's their choice. So let's say you're at the store in line, everybody's looking at you like, what's the holdup? Let's go. I need to buy my stuff. You can't go any further. And all of a sudden, they have to put the merchandise back and you have to walk out the door without it because the bank has a problem with you spending $2,000 today. Total embarrassment, total inconvenience. You wasted gas to go get this, whatever it was. You held up the line and didn't even get the product. Now, I have to get my prop. Same scenario. You do a withdrawal from a promise delivered, Team Royal, whichever. You bring your resources down into the wallet or into the phone. And you listen, listen, you put $4,000 over here, your crypto debit card. And you say, okay, well, I'm going to the store. I got to go buy this refrigerator. It's $2,000. You go put the refrigerator on the cart, walk up to the cash register. They go scan it and hit balance, $2,400. Credit or debit? Debit, please. You take your near field transmitter, go over top the thing, and it goes beep. And then the receipt spits out of the machine. You get your receipt, grab your refrigerator, it's on the cart, and push it out the door. Now I need you to pay attention. Did you have to ask permission to spend $2,000? Did you put the deposit onto your card so that you could make this purchase? You did that. You put 6,000 on here. You only needed 2. When you got done, got your refrigerator in the house, you sat down and said, oh, I need to put the balance of what's on here because we don't keep money on this thing. We use it for what we need to go get, and then we empty it out. So you say, okay, well, there's 4,000 left on here. Let me get the address to my bank, which should be here or on a jump drive. You take the address, the receive address, log into your crypto debit card back office, click on send, paste in the address to your bank, and click send. 4,000 jumps over here into your back office after you log in and look. At what time did you make a phone call and ask permission to buy the refrigerator to start with? You never did. At what time did you receive these funds and who did it? You didn't have to write a check. You didn't have to sign nothing. You just withdrew it to an address. You just withdrew it, resources to this address. You went shopping. You got back home. You send what's left to another address. Now I have 4,000 saved. Did anybody hear me say anything about a bank in between any of those transactions? Did anyone hear me say that you had to ask permission to go to the store to spend what you received? Did anyone hear me also hear me say that you had to ask, can you move these funds at 4 o'clock in the afternoon? Did anyone hear me say that you had to ask permission to make a deposit? Who owns this bank? I do. Who owns this card attached to that bank and my wallet? I do. Who owns the wallet and or device used to do my money movement and management? I do. Does anybody get the point that I'm trying to make here? It is vital that you have the information for each one of these devices. It's your finance. Remember me saying your next job is going to be managing money? I just went through the scenario of it. You're managing money. Those are usually called brokers. You're your own broker. You facilitate movement of funds. You facilitate spending of funds. You facilitate saving of funds. Who did you have to pay to do this? Okay, moving on, one last topic, and this is the topic that's very, very important. Make sure that somebody in your family has an idea of what you're doing. Make sure that your wishes are kept. Sometimes you have to put it in writing. Like I was telling the young ones, the call earlier, in your notebook, the heading on it should be health. What are you currently dealing with? Is there any surgeries coming up? What type of situation are you dealing with? What's the life expectancy? What's your wishes? Final purchases, splitting and sharing of what's left. That's where the death agreement comes in. There's a reason why you have to sign a death agreement, and you'll see once you get in that back office. But that should be on that page. You may have whatever situation where you can no longer speak. You might get your larynx crushed and your hands broke. You can't write, you can't speak. How are you going to tell somebody what you want? Put it in writing. Just put it in writing. I know it sounds morbid, but if you're not afraid of the final processes, then it's conversation. If you're afraid, then it sounds morbid. We have an obligation when we leave here. You will have the funds to do that in grand style, whatever that is for you. But first, put it in that notebook. Set up funds or deposits into something. Make sure that that information is made available so that you can pay your doctor bill. You can pay for the prosthetic. You can pay for this, pay for that, pay for therapy. Hell, pay for a massage. Put it in the book and make a deposit to that account on a regular basis, hopefully weekly. Everything you do or should do should be weekly and monthly. Bills come once a month, obligations and things come weekly. Once your house is paid off, you still got to pay electric. You still got to pay the gas bill, garbage, sewage. That don't stop just because you own the house. Set up an account to pay that stuff. Put it in paper. Put it on paper that this is what you want done. So what I'm asking everyone, including myself, to do is to become an adult. I know that sounds weird. You're 79, 80, 83, 60. And I'm asking you to become an adult. Most of us never became an adult because we're always and have been a worker, an employee. So you didn't get a chance to do stuff like this, pay stuff off, set up payments, move money, own a bank. You didn't have that. It was, I got to be at work at 6. I'm going to work for 10, 8, 10, 12 hours. I get a lunch, 30 minutes. I got to jam some food down my face and go back to work, go home, kick the cat, punch the dog, water the grass, go to sleep and do it again. Of course not, no damage to the animals, just saying. You didn't get a chance to be an adult because you're too busy being an employee. Then we retire. Oh my gosh, we retire. All the same stuff applies with less money. What the hell? How is that supposed to work? So you're less of an adult after retirement. Does any of that make sense to you? I'm sure a lot of you have gone through the process that I just said. I'm going through it right now. But surely, in a very short matter, none of us will have to do that any further. And we become adults in control of our own finances. You become a bank owner, a transaction specialist, a device holder, a wallet holder, and you're managing money. Any questions? I'm done.
Mataba.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Have you heard of I get this AARP and it's called, they got in here fraud watch. They said that what they're doing, they're cloning your phone. You know about that? They're cloning. This is what they say. They say this man, what they're doing is something called SIM. Let me see what it is. He said that these crooks was in the process of transferring $30,000 out of his couple Coinbase cryptocurrency account, and but they caught him before it did it. But then it got this lady said she lost. They call a SIM swapper, and she stole $65,000 from his California man bank account and drained the Florida woman life saving of over $68,000, according to the news report. And they said they've been doing still 4 million in crypto between 21 and 23. And they said where you can help save yourself. They told you different tips that you can do in order to protect yourself. Have you read that article?
No, but I can tell you where that article is coming from.
It's AARP.
Yeah, they're one of the big conglomerates. What you have to realize is that the big boys don't want what I just explained to you.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want you to use a wallet or understand how it works. They don't want you to use your phone to move resources. They don't want you to use a decentralized crypto debit card that only you have. And they sure as hell don't want you to have this. So, in order to make you afraid of
they're not trying to make it for ARP. Tell you how you can protect yourself.
Right. Well, hold on. I'm going to show you what that's about.
Uh-huh.
What they want to make you afraid of is cryptocurrency. They're one of the big 3 or the big 8. AARP, now watch, requires you to pay them monthly, do they not?
Yeah.
What are you paying?
I don't pay my pay once a year.
Okay, once a year, once a month. What are you paying for?
For service that they give you different ideas of what to watch out for and different things that they have for different what you call it when they charge you too much money for different things, they tell you where you get it cheaper. They just give a lot of information about different things.
Mm-hmm. And they also have insurance, right?
I don't know about that.
Oh yeah, they do.
I just get the book and the what you call that the book tell you about different things. I forget the name of the book now. If you want to get a car, how you get it cheaper. That's what saved me money with ARP when we bought our car. Well, they was showing us an arm and a leg, and when I got that brochure from them, and when they saw that, they came down on my car. I don't drive now, but that's when I would drive.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, not everybody is bad, but again, you have to see the process. And this is the picture I want you guys to see. I'm gonna try to hold all the stuff at the same time. What I have in my hands is financial freedom.
Mhm.
Have any of you ever had financial freedom?
No.
What I have in my hands is my ability to purchase whatever I want when I want to buy it. Have you had that opportunity?
No.
This one device, the bank, doesn't have any finance charges. It doesn't have any interest. It's not using your finances to go trade and make money. It does not close your account when they don't like what you're doing or what you're buying. It does not have your best interest in position. This does. And outside of everything, who owns it?
I do.
You do. AARP and everybody else that has anything to do with banking does not want you to understand what I'm teaching. Because if they can scare you away from using it, you won't use it. And what do we use in place? This crap. This. Who has control of this?
One time they're saying some of the same thing you just said. This is what they said. They said hide personal info. Said what you just said. Don't make yourself a target. He said keep quiet on social media about personal detail such as your date of birth, your mom maiden name, your first car, or where you went to elementary school, and wireless trade group like CTIA. And they also told you beef up your username, like you just said in password. They should use strong, unique username and password. Wiseman advice: a long password that you never uh, reuse on other account is best. So they tell you what to do, and all they got different things which you can protect yourself. Same thing you saying, you know.
I said all those things earlier in this call.
Uh-huh. Yeah, they saying
So
what you,
the more you keep out of their reach, the better. That's why I want you to use jump drives. I would hold it up, but it's in the computer at the moment, and a folder. No one's going to see this. No one gets to see this. No one gets to see your jump drive. If you use a jump drive specifically for this information, you plug it in long enough to add a new password and then take it out of the computer. Okay? So I don't trust any of them, including AARP. I don't trust any bank because they've all, for light of better words, messed over all of us. So this process that I'm explaining, I guarantee you they're upset that I'm even talking about it like this, because I'm teaching you how to be out of their business and keeping them out of yours.
right.
Like I said, the end result, when you put it here, who knows how much is here?
I know.
You do. Do they?
No.
So no one would really go after you because they don't know what you have. If you have a bank account, now watch this. This is little penny ante money. Like I have, my paycheck is direct deposit, right? So my direct deposit balance is common knowledge on the internet, right?
Right.
Whoever can get into that account can see how much I have in my account. Now, and I still say this, and I will continue saying it until they're all gone. Banks are the one that are doing this. Oh, somebody got in your account. Yeah, you. because you're looking right at my account. You know how much I have. So you snatch out 200. I've gone over this one. How many people's on the call today? 46 people. If the bank says, okay, let's say everybody on the call is with Bank of America. I'm just picking one. They all do the same thing. All right, 46 people, and this represents thousands. Okay, so we'll just keep it at the 46 people times $850. All right. Now they have use of $40,000, just under 40,000. They take that $39,100 and go trade it. They make, I don't know, when we call in and say somebody just took $350 or $850 out of my account, oh, we'll have to run it through fraud prevention. Anybody ever heard that? Fraud prevention?
Yeah.
How long does it take for fraud prevention to check your case? How many days?
3.
3 to 5. They're going to say 3 to 5. They're going to take all 5. On the 5th day, that $850 gets replaced. Boom, just like that. Now, they had use of $40,000 for 5 days. They made, I don't know, let's say 39.1 times 60%. It's going to be a lot higher than that because they're using it 100%. I'm just going to say 60% because they're sharing it with somebody. Where's it at? They made $23,460. All right. They put your money back. They walk away with 23 flat or 23.4 free money. And that's what they do. And that's what they have been doing because they hit me, they hit you, they hit Rob, they hit Russell, they hit everybody. And they give you that mouth service. Oh, we'll check it out. Fraud service will check it out. Yeah, they'll check it out. You're like on the other end. Okay, well, the bank's fraud service is checking it out. I'm in good hands. They're checking it and make sure who got it. When it's them, 5 days, they put it back. Oh, Mr. Lewis, we found out that it was fraudulent, so we replaced it. From where? How did you come up with $850 when I couldn't get $10 from you? You have to pay attention. And most of us, we're on the phone with these clowns, all stressed out, and we're hearing, oh, the money was replaced. Oh, thank God. Thank you so much. Remember that? Thank you. You're thanking them for using your money. Okay, have a great day. Now you can go spend the $850 that they borrowed. They call it fraud. This scenario stops all of that. When you put $1,000 here, it'll be minus the fees. Remember, there's always fees, but that's the only thing you pay with this. When you put those funds here, they're here. There's no, oh, someone got into your wallet. Get out of here. They can't get in this thing. You got to have two other cards. The initial card, remember? You have to have the initial card, the password, and 2 other cards just to get in here. If they don't have it, they can't get in. So what you put here stays here. And once you have practiced using cryptocurrencies to shop, you can put stuff here when you want to. You can put it back when you want to. That's the difference. You already bought a bag of peanuts with it, so you know you can buy things with it. You already bought a refrigerator that was $2,000. You put 6 on here. You went to the store and bought a brand new refrigerator, $2,000. Beep, walked out the door with it, with a receipt. not, declined. No, sir. Beep. Take your fridge home. Enjoy your meat. That's the difference here. And that's what you're learning. And I've seen commercials already, and they started way back, I think it was the first part of last year, where they was talking about, oh, well, this person went into a company and took thousands of people's money out of the crypto, whatever it was, space. How come you ain't heard nothing else about that case? Has anybody heard any more about it? Nope. Because it didn't happen. But when you watch TV, tell the lie in television. When you watch TV, you are programmed to think a certain way. Oh, don't go to crypto. They're stealing it out of people's accounts. Don't go to crypto. Somebody's going to get it, or you're going to lose it forever. Yeah, you'll lose it forever if you don't follow the steps that I'm explaining. If you don't protect your information, if you don't make good records where you can't log in because you forgot the password, yeah, you lose it. That's with anything. But the television and the people in charge right now do not, listen to me, do not want you to be financially free. They like the fact that you sign a check and deposit it into one of their institutions, and then they tell you what the hell to do with it because you signed it over. But when you do this process, they have nothing to do with what you're buying, what you sold, how much you have in your account, because it's yours. Just like I'm holding it, I'm holding it. When you hold one of these, I make sure I'm not showing numbers. When you hold one of these, they hold it. They're in control over it. They tell you when you can use it and when you can't. They limit your use of it. But you put the money in it. You put the check in it. Your retirement, Social Security, cutting the grass. You gave it to them. They tell you what you can do with it. Me personally, I had enough of that. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. That's why I'm teaching what I'm teaching. I'm hoping you're picking up on it.
I try to just have two more things. I received my the one you having with the tantrum.
Tangent.
I received that today is Saturday, Friday. I received it yesterday. I don't know what to do with it, but anyway, I went and got me a new phone because a lot of people don't know about the Apple phone. I went and got me a new phone. I won't get it, but then about 3 weeks from now. So maybe I'll get back with you during that time.
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Hello.
Hello.
Question. Do you have a timeline on when you would like for APD to get started, or everything is based on the programmer?
Based on the program.
So how close are we?
Close. Close. Update Tuesday. Make sure you're here.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Mentabo, this is Rhonda.
Yes,
Is that
ma'am.
email with the sign in, the login to, I'm sorry, I'm tired. The sign up form for the new email list, is that still coming out? Should we be watching
That's
for that?
coming. Yeah,
Oh,
Please
thank
watch
you.
for that. And I'll make sure you got it too.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Hi, Matavo.
Hello.
Hi. Yeah, I sent you an email a while back for some possible other invitees. I don't know if you had a chance to look at it, but my question is, after we go through grade 12, we can go back in and start over again and just continue the process?
I don't know.
Okay. That's up to, okay. All right. And I guess, and then another question is, um, when you was explaining the wallets, I guess people need to know the difference between custodian and non-custodian wallets. Maybe want to elaborate more on that to help the confusion.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's all I have. Thank you. And I did
Absolutely.
watch the video, and it's good. The video explained everything, and I'll share it with people as well.
Okay, great. Well, the video that I'm talking about that I made recently, I haven't sent yet, but I'll send it tonight.
Okay. Okay, because I did watch the first one, which was very transparent,
Mhm.
and that was good because it helps me plan in terms of what to expect and
Mhm.
how to proceed going forward. And one other thing too, you may want to look at this because I know you get inundated with emails, but it was shared to me. It's called unplugged.com, where it has an encrypted phone, which even
I heard about that.
encryption. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
All
I've
right.
definitely I've seen another one that is supposedly, now I don't know if it's true or not, supposed to be the first quantum phone that's been advertised. The
Okay.
quantum phone is going to be something serious if it's actually real.
I hope so, because I've been getting strange texts, strange phone calls, and I
Mhm.
just block because I have a feeling once things really take off, people are going to be trying to find ways to clone your phone. Even took my name off the voicemail because they're going to find ways to try to clone your phone and get access
Mhm.
and try to trick you into saying, oh, your Coinbase account been hacked. Please call this
This number,
number.
yeah, right. They're waiting for
Or
you.
or some email will say kindly, and I'll just let people know of the phone. Anytime you see the phrase kindly, that's AI. That's hackers trying to get into your account.
Mhm.
Delete. Thank you so much, sir.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for your input. And I'll check that unplugged.com.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll check it out after the call. Matter of fact, let me pull it up now so I can just read it. Any other question?
Man,
Madam,
Yes, go right ahead.
I was just wondering, did you get my message about that wallet or card? It's a crypto card.
I'm pretty sure I did.
Okay.
Yes. I just had to see who I was talking to. Yes, I got it.
Okay, cool. You checked it out? You want to check it out?
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Okay, cool.
Hey, Montavo, one more thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Could you make sure that you have my right email address? Because I had to call Jim in order to get to call for today and tonight. That's why I was late getting on it.
Oh,
And
well,
he
see,
said,
that's what this website that I'm going to launch here in a second. Well, not a second, but as soon as I get it finished, you're going to be putting in a brand new email address.
oh,
And that's going to go to a brand new list, double opt in. That means it's not going to go to spam. It won't go to whatever else. It's going to go directly to your inbox, no matter what I email you. So when I launch that landing page, that's all it is. It's not a website. It's just a landing page. It'll have the overview of A Promise Delivered at the top. Underneath that will be a form, a double opt-in form that you fill out the information, and then whatever else I think I have, pretty much it's going to be those two things. And that'll be for everybody ongoing. So there will be a brand new list created with this double opt-in. So when I send the email, everybody should get it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Man, how
Yes, sir.
could you in on the email the address to purchase a Tangent wallet?
Yes,
Thank you.
absolutely. Anyone else?
Montel, your telephone number is the same, for texting?
Yes,
Okay,
for now anyway.
thank you.